I have an update for you on a story that NewsNation was first to break. A federal judge ruling against Hertz rental car, opening the door for nearly 100 customers to sue for false arrests after Hertz accused them of stealing cars. Our Rich McHugh getting a firsthand look at how some of those arrests went down. Watch.
Sir, are you in that Nissan with
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, put that back for me.
Yes, sir.
I'm just detaining you, okay? You're not under arrest.
It's a scene that's been playing out across the country for years. Unsuspecting Hertz customers arrested, even jailed, because police believe they are in possession of a stolen vehicle.
I ran the tag showing that it's stolen. If that's not the case, then we're going to talk about that, okay? And you'll get out of those handcuffs.
This man, a former federal agent who spent 20 years undercover, had rented his car from Hertz just 4 hours earlier.
The other officer comes back that he was working with and says, hey, apparently that car, he didn't steal it. That car was reported stolen in California. It just wasn't cleared or something's going on with it, but he didn't steal that car. And then he comes back to me and goes, well, he says, apparently I'm not taking you to jail tonight.
Hundreds of customers are suing Hertz for mental and emotional damages, who say they were falsely arrested, even jailed, because Hertz filed police reports saying the cars they rented legitimately were stolen.
And Rich McHugh is joining me live right now. Thank you so much for being with us. I'm literally racking my brain, endeavoring to make sense of this story. So let's start with the attorney representing the customers about this new lawsuit development. He's saying that this is an open and shut case.
Well, I'm not sure he's saying it's an open and shut case. He's saying that this is, first of all, this is one step. This is a win for his clients. Like this case being trapped in the bankruptcy court was a bit of a glue trap for his clients. And now that this judge has ruled that these cases, 89 of them, can now be pursued in state courts across the country, this is a win for his clients, and it's going to be, he says it's going to be devastating for Hertz.
But I'm thinking about, as a business, Hertz reportedly filed these false arrests, or these were arrest attempts because these cars weren't marked as returned. Was it the fault of the customer not returning the cars on time and not getting the car back to the rental locations? Or was there some type of dispute over how the computer marked these cars as returned or not?
Well, Adrienne, I think it's a bit of both, but the cases that we've been covering certainly are not the fault of the customer. These customers have been vindicated in courts in these cases and been proven to be not negligent. So in the case that we just saw, his case was, I believe, dismissed outright, and they said, look, that car was reported stolen in California. He was a former federal agent, and they said, clearly you're not at fault. So I think what's going on, part of this is that there's outdated computer systems within Hertz, and there's just a massive organization, and it marks these cars when they can't find a car, it's marked stolen, and that's the problem. Like in many cases, they don't rescind the case, rescind the stolen tag, and therefore it sets police out and to arrest the people who are in these cars.
It just seems like it happens so quickly. I've been late returning a car. I will get harassed by the rental car agency. So I know that I'm late. I know that I need to get it back. But have the people who have been impacted here, have they been able to get the arrest off their record?
Some of them have, some of them have not. According to a letter that I've viewed from the plaintiff's attorney to Hertz, some 40 of his clients are still in the midst of prosecution, which to me is absolutely crazy.
Yeah. And do you think that they're going to settle? Will Hertz settle with these former customers?
Well, I think, so I've been following a lot of these customers who are involved in this, and some of them tweeted recently that there was a negotiation recently that was failed. This hasn't been reported widely, but they said, we sat at the table, tried to negotiate with Hertz, Hertz tried to negotiate with us, it failed. And so I think that ship may have sailed.
All right, Rich McHugh, thank you so much for the investigation. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.